Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope you're all having a good one. YouTube fam, Pokemon fam, and everyone else. Thank you for coming to this video today, guys. So, really quick, guys, I wanted to just go ahead and make this video really quick because I think this video, uh, what's going on right now with Pokemon, I definitely wanted to come on here and just share like my thoughts about like what's going on and with like the new set that just dropped. It literally just dropped today with Obsidian Flames. I know like there's been like early openings and people have been opening up, new booster boxes and everything like the past like week because of I don't know where these people are getting it from. I mean, you can get it from Target. I don't even know. Target, I think, is the place where you're gonna be able to find ETBs on shelves already and like blister packs and everything like that, or sleeved boosters as well. But let's talk about Obsidian Flames because there's a lot going on right now. I see with Obsidian Flames and not in a good way, right? And just kind of just the whole 2023 list of sets that have come out so far. Scarlet and Violet base set, Paldea Evolved, now Obsidian Flames. And it's just very interesting looking at Obsidian Flames, okay? Um, so I'm not gonna lie, with Obsidian Flames with the lists for the cards, right? The cards actually look very, very good. I like the Charizard or Black Charizard theme. That just personal opinion. I think the theme for this set is definitely better than Scarlet and Violet and Paldea Evolved. Um, but still, we're still seeing the same patterns right now, which is the Scarlet and Violet pattern that I mentioned like 3, 4 months ago in my older video, um, where I'm talking about these Scarlet and Violet sets that are coming out. We're seeing massive drops in price with these sets. And now this is the third set, right? And we're entering into this new set. It just came out literally just tonight, or today actually, the 11th. And already it's already dropped pretty drastically. And the cards itself inside the list dropped drastically too. The what is it? This special illustration rare Charizard already dropped from 180 to like 110. And then the second card below that, which is the I think it's the Charizard Hyper Rare, the gold one, the gold card, that went from being $85, literally being 85 bucks to literally now it's worth $38. I can pull up my screen right now. I will in a moment to show you guys, what I'm talking about. But those are some huge drops, what I just named. So the Charizard Special Illustration Rare went from 180 to 110. Then the Charizard Hyper Rare went from 85 to 38 pretty much. That's a massive drop in basically like the cards, right? For the card list. And the set already went down a lot already. I think it was priced originally at like 124 for this set. Now it's at like 108. So just massive drops. Drops I have never seen occur like this ever in like any type of like you don't even see this in Magic. Be honest with you, you don't even see this in Magic, and I think Magic is a pretty volatile. In my opinion, it's the most volatile out of the big three, as far as like the sets because with the sets that come out in Magic, it's like the price can shoot up very 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 quickly, or the price can go down really really quickly. But with these Pokemon sets, it's just these drops are just massive, and I'm trying to figure out why. Like, what's going on? Like, what is the cards do not suck. There's no way that people don't want to open this stuff, right? Uh, I think Paldea Evolved was pretty decent, and people still want a Paldea Evolved. Scarlet and Violet, people still want Scarlet and Violet, right? And this set's just as popular, if not, I think, more popular than those two sets for the year, right? And the thing is, to me, that's just so mind-boggling, is that this is putting LGSs out of business, guys. The last two sets that have come out that have not been performing well are putting LGSs out of businesses. I'm serious. My LGS that I went to, I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, uh, they went out of business, guys. And um, yeah, there's an LGS down like kind of like 10 minutes away from me. Went out of business. Went out of business. And obviously, they're not going to discuss why they went out of business, but I'm going to guarantee you that most of the stuff they were selling was Pokemon stuff. When you walk into their LGS, it was mostly a Pokemon local game store, right? And with these two sets, guys, that's 6 months worth of bad sets. You gotta pay the bills. You gotta make some profit to stay alive and to thrive, right? That's not been occurring this past year. So looking at Obsidian's Flames, I thought Obsidian Flames would pretty much maintain pretty good price, the 124, 115 mark. But now it's way below that. It's like 108, 107 right now. Probably by tomorrow, the set will probably be worth like 105. Probably. I'm being serious. So there's something going on, right? Let's talk about the first thing. First things first. The Pokemon Company. The Pokemon Company, I think, did a massive mistake when they announced back in December. I don't know if you guys remember, but the announcement that they made was that they're going to raise the prices on set booster boxes and sealed product, right? They made that announcement back in December before Scarlet and Violet launched, right? And I think they upped that price with Crown Zenith, even though Crown Zenith is Sword and Shield. But for 2023, they upped the price, right? And I think the average like market price at the or not market price, rather than retail price at the time when before Scarlet and Violet launched, it was about 120, right? 120 per booster box. This was before they had made the announcement of raising the prices. So it went from 120 to 130. That was initially what they were basically implying, that it was going to be 130. So if you walk into an LGS, most of the times it's going to be anywhere from 140, 145. Tax, fees, whatever it's going like, whatever is going to imply when you're buying this stuff in person, you're looking to spend like 145 for a booster box, pretty much. It's pretty damn expensive, right? Um, this is the number one mistake that I think bit the Pokemon Company in the butt, which was raising the prices due to inflation, right? And now I think we're seeing a massive correction because these boxes are not worth 145. And that's what the market price is coming out on all these sets. Because when Scarlet and Violet came out, it was priced around 140 a booster box. Now a booster box is $90. Paldea Evolved, same thing. Price 135, 140. Now Paldea Evolved is like what, $100, I'd say? Same thing with Obsidian Flames. 135 range, 135 range. Now it's good. It's at like 105 right now. So we're seeing this massive correction right now. And basically with collateral damage, we're seeing a lot of LGSs go out of business. LGSs are going out of business, guys. Whether you know it's going on right now or not, this is putting LGSs out of business because these sets that keep coming out. One, it's overprinted. Okay, they already made that announcement, the Pokemon Company, that they're gonna print more than what they're accustomed to. So they're overprinting with the newer sets, right? Which I would reckon that the reason why these Charizard cards in this Obsidian Flames price guide is down like 60%, the top two cards are down like 60%, is because those cards are overprinted. So we're seeing massive. See, here's the thing I disagree with a lot, like a lot of these YouTubers, right? A lot of YouTubers on YouTube that say, well, with Sword and Shield, the first few sets of Sword and Shield were, they weren't that good, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden the Evolving Skies came out, and then like this past year with Brilliant Stars, Lost Origin, Silver Tempest, all those great sets kind of just carried the whole Sword and Shield era, right? But I disagree because here's the thing. I disagree with the notion that this is similar to the Scarlet, or this is similar to Sword and Shield. The first few sets of Sword and Shield, they weren't that good. I disagree. I think these sets right now are better than the first few Sword and Shield sets. And that's my first take. One, that's just my opinion, right? But also, there was no price hikes at the time. There was no rapid inflation when Sword and Shield came out with their first few sets at the time. There was no rapid inflation. Prices still remained the same. LGSs were still able to make a profit because wholesale price for these boxes are $95 a box. At the time that those sets were, being released, those boxes were going for what, 95, 100, 105. for retail price, and then wholesale was like what, 65, 70 bucks a box at the time. Now we're a few years later, we're seeing 95 a box. Now we're seeing a massive correction. So that being said, that's the first mistake, is the overprinting and the price hike on wholesale and the retail price, right? Okay, so that's my first point. And now the second one is the LGSs can't afford this. They can't afford the loss. Every Pretty much, if you want to take a loss, buy wholesale right now. Buy wholesale right now as an LGS. Even if you had a distributor as an eBay seller, you're taking a loss because you're gonna have to pay fees, and you're gonna take a loss anyways if you have a local game store, even if you don't have to pay for fees, right? If you buy it, or if you are selling it in person, you're gonna have to up the price with your own fees, store fees, and all that stuff, right? It's almost impossible at this point right now to make profit for these, literally for these newer sets that are coming out. And the variables that I just listed right there with the corrections that I believe that's happening right now, these booster boxes are not worth 95 bucks a pop for wholesale. They're probably still around the range of 70, 75. I'm just being honest. And now we're seeing the collateral damage. So at this point, distribution is going to have to lower the prices. 95 bucks is way too expensive. And the Pokemon company is going to have to reevaluate what they want to make these retail prices for these newer sets, right? They have to, because if they don't, everyone's going to lose money at the end. Everyone's going to lose money, right? And it's just crazy to me that I'm seeing this, and I'm just like, wow, these massive drops in prices, in these sealed products, in these cards. And as far as like investments and stuff, I'm like, I don't want to talk about investments, because it's like, yeah, sure, like it's going down in price right now, and obviously in the future it's gonna be worth more than what it is right now. That's like, that's a no-brainer, right? That's too boring for me to discuss. I like to discuss the nuances that we're seeing. And right now, guys, not only are we in a bear market for Pokemon, but we're also seeing a little bit of incompetency from distribution, Pokemon Company, Nintendo, right? We're seeing a lot of incompetency. And due to these incompetencies is what's going to hurt the Pokemon brand. We're seeing that right now with Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast with Magic, because even though, like, I think this has been a pretty strong year for Magic with the Dominaria Remastered, Phyrexia, and then now, whatchamacallit, there was a new set that came out, Rise of the Machine, I think, like that was a pretty decent set. But even now, like what's going on with Magic right now, with the latest sets that came out with the Lord of the Rings, which I was not a fan of, right? And then now they came out with the these last Commander decks that came out, that is wrecking and destroying LGSs, right? It's just like, that's the level of incompetency that I'm seeing with the Pokemon Company. Overprinting, just unnecessary price hikes, right? So that's just the name of the game right now, guys. Unfortunately, um, yeah, sealed product is probably not a good time to buy sealed product if you are anybody. If you are an eBay seller, if you are, I mean, if you are a storefront. Now, if you're investing, definitely a great time to buy. Scarlet Violet's at 90 bucks. Paldea is like anywhere from below 100 bucks. This new set Obsidian Flames is gonna be below $100. No, no, like literally, it's gonna be below 100. I have no doubt it's gonna be below 100. It has to be below 100, because it's just, the overprinting is going to kill these sets. Okay, so that's the difference between Sword and Shield and this, is that Sword and Shield did not overprint. Sure, there's reprints, but there was no massive overprinting in the beginning, and then later on coming out with more reprints, which is going to obliterate these sets even more, which is going to put Pokemon in a longer bear market than it needs to be. So I'm basically in the camp where the cards especially the top 5 cards in each set have to be rare. They cannot, like, when you pull a top 5 card, it has to be, the pull rates have to be 1 out of 300 packs. It has to be super duper rare to get that card, because we're seeing the consequence when you try to make everyone a winner. You try to make everyone a winner of the rarest cards. You're seeing these massive price dips because of that, and I'm not liking it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't like it. I can sit here all day long and I can just be this analytical, perspective of, well, the cards are, the sets are down right now, but if you buy the dip right now, then obviously, they're going to go up in price in 2 to 3 years from now. So if you hold your bags for a long enough period of time, they're going to go up in price. Well, that's just too boring and too analytical for me. Like I said, I like discussing the nuances, and this is just my opinion. um the overprinting, and I mean, even with the price hike, I think the price hike, I think they did in the beginning of the year, I think is not as massive as the overprinting, right? They can get away with, if they want to hike the price up like $10 more on retail price, that's fine. But the overprinting is what is destroying. And when you have those two variables in effect, you're going to run your company into the ground. Do I think Pokemon's dead? Of course not. Pokemon's going to be popular until I have kids, right? Or my kids have kids. I don't know. Pokemon's gonna be around for a long time. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying Pokemon's dead. Hell no. It is far from that, right? But there's a lot of things going on right now that we have not seen, especially in times like this, and it just needs to be addressed. I think, in my opinion, that these sets are going to just wreck everybody. Um, I don't know how a local game store can survive. If you're an eBay seller who happens to have a distributor, I don't know how you're surviving if you're just relying on sealed product, because you're just taking losses. And yeah, it's just not, it's okay once in a while to take a loss in your business, but if you're taking consecutive losses over and over again, unsustainable and just unrealized, um, that's going to be a recipe for a lot of businesses to go under. So that's pretty much my opinions, guys. Let me know what's going on, like what your opinions are, guys. I like hearing your guys' opinions and comments of like what's going on, and just um that's like basically, I like having just Discord. I'm not talking about the Discord app, the Discord chat, but I like having discussions and discourse in my comment section of opinions and stuff like that. So anyways, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to come on here and just discuss and just give you guys my opinion. So, yeah, the Obsidian Flames is out right now. If you guys enjoy Pokemon, obviously a lot of you guys do enjoy Pokemon. It's out right now. New sets out, new cards, new art, and hopefully we see some. Hopefully, I'm remaining optimistic. Towards the end of the year, 151's coming out in English here pretty soon. So I'm hoping that set will kind of just stabilize, I would say, hopefully. Um, but hey, if they overprint that one, is doesn't matter what set comes out, it's going to tank the price. So, anyways, hope you're all having a great one, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.